Hi, I'm Sarah Forster, Deputy News Editor here at The National, and this is the first episode of A Closer Look in 2023. Now, there are a lot of changes coming in to the UAE this year. If you lose your job, if you own a company and you have employees, especially if you own a company that earns a certain amount of money per year, all these changes are going to affect you. So we've invited our business reporter, Deepti Nair, into the office to tell us a bit more about what the Emirates will be like this year. I'm joined in the office now by our business reporter, Deepti Nair. Thank you so much for coming in, Deepti.
My pleasure.
So let's start at day one. January 1, a new scheme was rolled out across the Emirates, and it's to do with insurance and unemployment insurance. So can you tell me a bit more about sort of who is eligible to sign up for that?
Yeah, sure. So the government has rolled out the unemployment insurance program, and it is applicable to both Emirati as well as foreign employees working in the private and public sector. How you can be eligible is you have to be subscribed to this insurance scheme for 12 months consecutively at a stretch, and also you shouldn't have been dismissed from your job for disciplinary reasons, or you shouldn't have resigned. And those who are not eligible also includes juveniles under the age of 18, people who are retired and you're receiving a pension, and if they've taken up a new job, as well as contract workers, temporary workers, as well as domestic help. So these are the kind of people who are exempt from the program. Yeah.
And how much are you paying in, and how much would you get out if you were let go from your job?
Yeah, so there are two categories of employees who are currently covered under this program. The first category is those who have a basic monthly salary of less than 16,000 dirhams. So they need to pay a monthly fee of 5 dirhams or an annual fee of 60 dirhams to sign up. And the second category of employees include people whose basic salary is above 16,000 a month. So they need to pay 10 dirhams a month, which equates to 120 dirhams a year to sign up. And for the first category of employees, they will receive a compensation up to 10,000 dirhams for 3 months after their job loss.
Every month?
Yeah, every month after their job for 3 months. Whereas for the second category of employees, they will receive up to 20,000 every month after their job loss for 3 months. So that's how it works.
Great, okay. So that's one of the new changes coming in 2023. Another one that started right on the dot when the clock chimed 12 was the Amortization sort of program that's going on in the UAE at the moment. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. So basically the government had instructed all companies in the UAE with a workforce of over 50 employees to have 2% of their workforce to comprise Emiratis. And so January 1, this quota had to be fulfilled, and if they hadn't, they face a fine of 72,000 dirhams a year, which is 6,000 dirhams per month for every Emirati worker that you do not hire. So the scheme has come into effect, and basically the government is trying to diversify the labor market, and the ultimate aim is to have around 75,000 Emiratis in the workforce in 4 years by 2026. That's the aim of the government.
So your company has to have like at least 50 people, 50 employees
to
qualify.
And again, free zone companies are currently exempt from this. They're only encouraged to hire Emiratis, but it's not obligatory for them.
Of course.
So currently you need to have 2% of your workforce to be Emirati. Next year it increases to 4%, and every consecutive year it increases by 2%, the quota. So by 2026, I think 10% of your workforce has to be Emirati.
Wow,
but there's no mention of fines increasing as well.
So the makeup of employees at these corporations will look very, very different.
Very different in a
the
few
future.
years' time, yeah.
Wow, okay. Well, staying with corporations,
yeah.
Not from the start of the year, but from halfway through the year, in June, the UAE is introducing corporate tax. Yeah. So tell us a bit more about that.
Yes, so from June 1, any company that earns a profit about 375,000 dirhams annually will have to pay a corporate tax of 9%. But there's not much to worry for businesses in the UAE because this compares very favorably with other jurisdictions. The UAE, the taxation rate of 9% is very less. For instance, if you compare it to an average of around 32% in the G7 bloc, or around 24% in the OECD countries. So the UAE, you charged only 9%. So this, I think, it's basically to diversify revenue and to legitimize the economy, to bring more transparency to SMEs' revenues. So it's a very win-win situation for everyone involved.
So there's no danger that it's going to creep up and join those other countries?
No, I think even among the GCC, the UAE is one of the lower rates of corporate tax. So as of now, there's no reason to worry, and they've been given plenty of time to prepare for this. And once the tax period is over, they have 9 months to businesses have 9 months to file their tax returns. So they've got ample time to be prepared for it as well.
And then, because there's a lot of business owners in the UAE, one of the great things here is that it is so easy to start your own business. But people who have their own business don't necessarily need to worry, because how much did you say they have to
earn? It was 9%, and it should only be about your profits every year should only be about 375,000 dirhams.
Okay, yeah. All right. So a lot of these sort of small family businesses
are currently exempt from the corporate tax. Yes.
Great. All right, well, it sounds like there's going to be a lot of change in the country this year, and we'll see how we are at this point next year. But for now, thank you so much for coming in, Deepti, and explaining that all to us. And we'll catch you next time on A Closer Look.